Okay, students, now, now let's move on to the limitations of incentive schemes. Um, so, in our last video, we were discussing about the various importance or advantages of incentive schemes, and here let's see some of the limitations. There is a possibility of reducing quality of products. That is the first limitation, because employees are in a hurry because they know if they are producing more, they'll get more incentives, more salary. So, in order to avoid this quality deterioration, management or company must take steps to maintain the quality by ensuring thorough supervision as well as inspection, etc. Okay, so if we are adding inspections and supervision, more inspection and supervision in order to maintain the quality, then the cost of supervision will be increased. Okay, next is workers paid by results disregard security regulation in order to achieve high output. It may affect their health. In order to earn more, workers may work overtime, and this will result in their deterioration of their health. Their health maybe get affected. Mm. They may avoid the security regulations. Sometimes there may be restrictions or security regulation that they have to work with the machineries for minimum 3 hours or 4 hours because some type of fumes and rays are coming out of the machines that may not be good for the health of the workers. So they have to take a gap while working with the machines and all. But these regulations or security protection instituted by the company may not be considered by the workers in a hurry to earn more incentives. Not to get more money, they are working continuously with the machines, and this will affect their health. Okay, conflicts among employees, because this may create problems because efficient workers may get more salary. This may create issues in the mind of those who are not able to work in an efficient manner. They will complain, they will create problem, and this will make some problems to the trade unions also. Okay, workers may oppose the introduction of new machines, methods, etc. They fear that the new methods or machines will decrease their earnings. They won't allow automation of this production unit and all, because if machine is coming, machine is producing, there is no role for the workers to increase the number of production. So such advancement in technology may be restricted, or they won't allow such introduction of new machines into the company. That is another limitation. Then workers treat their highest earnings as normal, and they insist to get as minimum wages. It will increase labor cost. That is, suppose the normal wage is you can earn for 100 units. That is a standard. Suppose that is the standard production, and for 1 unit you will get what, 10 rupees. So if you are producing 100 units, you will get 1000 rupees a day. That is the normal standard. And suppose if you are producing more than 100 units, you will get incentives. Like that, you can maximum you can produce 200 units. So the maximum amount that you can earn is 2200 into 10. Here, majority of the workers, those who can work, will consider this 2000 as their normal wages, because there is a scope to earn 2000 per day. If you are producing 200, you will get 2000. And the normal is 1000, but they are not considering that as 1000. 1000 എന്നുള്ളത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 100 യൂണിറ്റ്സ് പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. പക്ഷെ 200 യൂണിറ്റ്സ് വരെ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാം എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ വി ആർ ട്രൈങ് ഫോർ ദാറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ അത്രയും അവർ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ വാട്ട് വിൽ ഹാപ്പൻ, നോർമലി ദ ലേബർ കോസ്റ്റ് വിൽ ഓൾസോ ഇൻക്രീസ്, ബട്ട് നമുക്കത് വി ക്യാൻ ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ഇറ്റ് അമംഗ് ദ ഇൻക്രീസ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ. പക്ഷെ ഇത് എന്താണ്, അൺഎംപ്ലോയീസിനെയും മറ്റുള്ളവർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും അത് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുകയും എല്ലാവർക്കും അത് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ടാക്കുകയും എംപ്ലോയീസിന്റെ ഹെൽത്തിനെ എഫക്ട് ചെയ്യും, മിഷൻസിന്റെ ഡിപ്രിസിയേഷൻ കൂട്ടും, ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾക്കൊക്കെ കാരണമാകും. സെറ്റിംഗ് ബോണസ് ഓർ ഇൻസെന്റീവ്സ് ഇസ് എ ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട് ടാസ്ക്. ഇനി ഇത് ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്യണ്ടേ? How to fix the incentives or bonus for additional production? That is also a very difficult task. We have to fix some formulas. We have several methods to fix this incentives and bonus schemes. So it is not easy to convey the information how they are calculating these incentives to this employees. So this is also a very difficult task. When production is disrupted due to management fault, the workers will insist to get compensation. Suppose a machinery got breakdown. This is not the problem of workers. And if the workers are not getting the incentives because of the machinery problem, they will insist to get that, because if the machinery is okay, we could produce more and we are supposed to earn more income. But it is only because of the management issue now the production is not going on because of the machinery breakdown. So they will insist the management to give the incentives or compensation for the machinery breakdown. Even they are not working because of the machinery breakdown, they will blame the management. It is because of their problem. Then next is prerequisite of sound incentive plan or schemes. Why should we maintain a sound incentive plan or scheme? That is what we are going to see here. First one is proper climate have to be maintained. Okay, for the successful introduction of any type of wage payment system, we have to maintain a cordial relationship between the employer and the employee. Okay, and the management they should develop a good industrial relationship in the organization. That is, they should be good to the employees. The management should be good. The manager or supervisor should treat employees in a very good manner. Okay, so then only we could implement this type of incentive schemes in an organization. We can implement it only with the cooperation of the trade unions. So we must create a proper climate, proper friendly climate in the organization before the introduction of an incentive plan. Next is cooperation of workers. This is essential to implement the scheme successfully. Without their cooperation, because inefficient workers or those who are not ready to work hard may resist this type of incentive schemes, because in incentive schemes those who are working efficiently are getting more salary. So such workers may resist. That can be avoided only with the cooperation of workers and trade unions. Okay, and trade unions are also not interested to differentiate the efficient and the inefficient workers. In such case, we have to first first get the permission as or willingness from the workers as well as the trade unions before introducing this incentive schemes. Prerequisite ആണ് ഒരു incentive scheme introduce ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് മുൻപ് നമ്മൾ എന്തൊക്കെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കണം. Next, workers participation, implemented with the consultation of workers and their trade union. So before fixing the incentive plan, the formula, the calculations of incentives, everything have to be confirmed with whom? The workers as well as the trade union. They have to agree with the formula for calculating this incentives. Scientific standards have to be fixed. That is, we have to measure the work of the employees in a scientific manner. Okay, we must give some realistic rules for that. In order to measure the performance of the employees, there must be some measuring equipments or quality testing equipments, etc. have to be maintained in order to that machines have to tell whether the product is okay or not. So such scientific standards have to be set, and that have to be crossed in order to get the incentives. Simplicity. And in our next classes, we will be seeing the different methods of incentive scheme. We have several plans like Halsey plan, Rowan plan, Emerson plan, etc. So all these plans have some kind of formulas, but some of these plans are very complicated. But while fixing the incentive scheme, the company must be very careful to ensure that this formula or the incentive calculation formula must be simple, and this must be understandable to the employees they are going to work here. And next is equitable. That means a scheme should provide an equal opportunity to all employees to earn incentives. Otherwise, it may create jealous among the workers. Next is flexible. This plan should be flexible because we are not supposed to continue a particular type of incentive schemes throughout the life of the organization. According to the changes in technology, market demand, etc., we must have to revise or change, adopt environmental changes into this incentive schemes. We have pandemic situation here, and it is not possible for a company to give incentives as we have given in the earlier times. So this may be create problems. In order to avoid that, they have to inform that the system is flexible. Frequent changes maybe happen, but very frequent changes may create confusion in the mind of employees. Okay, less costly. Incentive plans is not a costly operation because while installing an incentive scheme, cost incurred for job evaluation, work measurement, work supervision, etc. must be considered. Okay, because we have to ensure the supervision cost, etc. have to be incorporated, and if the workers are producing more, in order to get the incentives, cost per unit can be reduced. Okay, so in comparing with the profit that we are earning or productivity that we are earning from this type of incentives, the cost of incentive is less. Next is white coverage. Indirect workers such as supervisors, foremen, canteen staff, storekeepers, etc. Should also be covered by incentive schemes. Incentive schemes are not supposed to give only to the production staff. All the staffs coming under the purview of the company need to be covered or given, provided with the incentive schemes. Careful planning. An incentive scheme should be carefully planned. If it is not carefully planned, the objective of introducing incentive scheme becomes a failure, because it should not create problems among the workers. So before introducing that, we have to plan which method, which formula have to be implemented in order to get a good cooperation from the workers. All things have to be considered. Guarantee minimum wages. Even though we are giving incentives, we have to guarantee a minimum wages to the workers. Otherwise, workers will have a sense of if they are getting the minimum wage of work, then without maximum production or without ensuring the production, they are getting the minimum wages, they will get some hope of sense of security. So that have to be considered. Then sufficient amount of incentives must be given. If you are paying an incentive for a namesake, that will not work well, or that will not create an impact on employees. If you are giving incentives, you have to make payment of a justifiable amount. ഒരു നല്ലൊരു ഡീസന്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള എമൗണ്ട് അതിന് കൊടുക്കണം. സീലിംഗ് ഓൺ ഏർണിങ്സ് വെക്കണം. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ എക്സാമ്പിളിൽ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ, 100 രൂപ എണ്ണം ഉണ്ടാക്കുക, അങ്ങനെ 1000 രൂപ നേടുക എന്നുള്ളത്, ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ദ മിനിമം. And maximum നമുക്ക് ചെയ്യാം, 200 എണ്ണം വരെ ഉണ്ടാക്കാം. So you will get 2000 as maximum. So you have to fix a maximum quantity also. സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് വെച്ചു 100, 100ൽ കൂടുതൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കുമ്പോൾ 110 ഉണ്ടാക്കിയാൽ അതിനനുസരിച്ച് 10 ഇൻസെന്റീവ് കിട്ടും. പിന്നെ 120, അങ്ങനെ 2000 എന്നുള്ള അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 200 എന്നുള്ള ആ ഒരു മാക്സിമം സീലിംഗും കൂടെ വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. അല്ലാതെ അതിങ്ങനെ ഓപ്പൺ ആയിട്ട് ഇടാൻ പാടില്ല. എത്ര വേണമെങ്കിലും പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് പറയാൻ പാടില്ല. ഗ്രീവൻസ് സെറ്റിൽമെന്റ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ഷുഡ് ബി ടേക്കൺ ടു സോൾവ് ദ ഗ്രീവൻസസ്. എംപ്ലോയീസിന്റെ ഇടയിൽ ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന ഇൻസെന്റീവ് സ്കീംസുമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടുണ്ടാവുന്ന ഗ്രീവൻസസ് സെറ്റിൽ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടുള്ള പ്രൊവിഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവണം. ഇൻസെന്റീവ്സ് ടൈംലി പേ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവണം, അത് അരിയർ വരുത്തരുത്. പിന്നെ ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ഇൻസെന്റീവ് റേറ്റ്സ് റിവൈസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവണം. ഫോളോ ഒരിക്കലും ഇംപ്ലിമെന്റ് ചെയ്ത ഇൻസെന്റീവ് സിസ്റ്റത്തിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ഉണ്ടോയെന്ന് അത് റൺ ചെയ്ത് തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് ഐഡിയ കിട്ടുവാണെങ്കിൽ അത് അതിന്റെ ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് എടുത്ത് അതിൽ ചേഞ്ചസ് വരുത്തണം. ഓക്കെ. Okay, with this I am concluding.